Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mara. I'm going to be showing you my quarter one flip through in March wrap up. This is the beginning of my journal. It's an Archer and Olive Square. This map is from Joshi Koren on YouTube and Instagram. I love the map. It's so cute. Um, my cover page and then my books read in 2024. You can see my key down at the bottom based on the colors that I did for the monthly themes. And then on top of each book, you will see a symbol. A dot is for physical read, headphones is for audio, and square is for Kindle. This is the color I'm going to be using for April. It's the Tombow Dual Brush Pen, number 192. It is my favorite green color right now. These are all of the books that I've read so far, but just the title, page number, and then my rating. My genre tracker is on the left and my pages per month on the right. I choose the overall genre of the book, not the subgenres, and I color it in based on the color of the month. And then pages per month, I calculate the books that or the pages that I've actually read in the book. So there was one book that I DNF'd, but I got like 80% of the way through it, so I counted it. And I like to see just how much I've read. Obviously, January I read a lot. This month I was kind of in a little bit of a book slump. I've been having a hard time at work and health-wise as well. So it's just kind of made me not want to read as much. But I still finished a good amount of books. A lot of them were Kindle books from Kindle Unlimited, so they're shorter and easier to read. But I did read over 3,000 pages, so um, my goal is about 50 pages per day, so I think that is really good for me. Um, the all of the washi tapes and stickers and the colors are from the Archer and Olive um, antique library set or box, subscription box that I got in, I want to say that was January. So I'm going back to see what book was my favorite from the month. And it was between two, but I ended up picking Dark Places by, I think it's Gillian Flynn. I love everything she reads. So I broke it down by quarter basically. So I picked the my favorite book per month, and then they go head to head. So between House of Sky and Breath and House of Flame and Shadow, I picked House of Flame and Shadow. I think mainly just because it was more recent in my head. I should have waited a little bit longer to pick because I think I would have picked Sky and Breath. But between House and Flame and Shadow and Dark Places, I definitely like Dark Places more. And that is my quarter one pick for my favorite book. So that will go up against quarter two, and then I'll pick my first half of the year favorite, and then the last half of the year favorite will go against it. So this is my read every day tracker. Um, this is just to see if I've read a little bit, and I have read every single day this month. Um, Even if it was just 40 pages, I still read. Next is my Read the ABCs. I'm actually doing really well. There are a lot of books that I've read this year that I haven't read. Um, Series tracker, I like to track it. I've not tracked it this way before. My TBR, so this is my physical TBR. It doesn't count the books that are on my Kindle Unlimited. And then I highlight the book whenever I finish it in whatever color month. Um, it is I read it in, and then the whenever I DNF, I cross off in black. And I just recently got two new books after all of February and most of March. I didn't buy any books because I'm trying to read down my physical TBR, which you'll see at the end of some of my monthly spreads. Um, but I got God Killer and The Naturals. You see me looking for it on the um, bookshelf. I couldn't exactly remember what the title was, so I needed to check. But God Killers is going to be a book club read for Aurelium that I'm doing. It's hosted by Book Roast, and I'm really, really excited. My next video is actually going to be a flip through of my Aurelium journal. So this is January. All of this is from that antique books box that I got from Archer and Olive. These are all of the books that I at least started, and I tried to track when I read each one. If there's a dot, that's when I finish it. If it's an X, I DNF'd it. My goals in TBR, these are all of the books that I read, and then the pages that I read during the month. And then this is how I track my books by month. Um, I was going to do CawPile, but then I just didn't have the energy to do it. And I was going to write a blurb, but again, didn't have the energy. Um, all of my stats are from Storygraph. This is February. This is also kind of based off of stuff I got from Archer and Olive. This is a Celestial. All of the markers were from Archer and Olive. They're like shiny. All of the books that I read. Again, so I took away the CawPile this month, but kept the thoughts, didn't write any thoughts. Um, February statistics again from Storygraph. March, I didn't even finish the cover page. I need to finish putting in the books. I did not read a lot of my TBR this month, but that's okay. And then I need to finish doing that, but I put away all of the colors, so I need to pull all of those back out so I can finish. And those are all of the pages that I've read for the last couple of days of the book, or of the month, not the book. Um, and then, as you can see, I cut it down a lot. I also realized I was going to run out of room in this journal, and I didn't want to do two different journals, like one for the first half of the year and one for the second half of the year. So I'm trying to cut down on pages used in the books themselves. Um, and so I took away the thoughts. I'm just going to track the book title, the author, the number of pages in the book, the dates I read it, and then the rating. Those rating stickers are also from Archer and Olive. They came in the antique library box, and I really, really like them. Um, I've used a stamp in the past, but I just find that that gets really messy. And the black stars that I sometimes use, they also look really messy to me. Um, so my favorite book was The Dark Places. I would say my second favorite book was a tie between Hello Stranger and The Lightning Thief. Um, I've never read Percy Jackson, but one of my really good friends, Hannah, she actually has an Instagram page. I'll link it down below. She really loves Percy Jackson, so I decided to read it because, except for the her liking literary fiction books, we have very similar tastes. That's the only genre that I just cannot get through is literary fiction. Um, but a lot of the books on here are, well, not a lot, three of them are um, Kindle Unlimited, or no, four of them are Kindle Unlimited books. So The Lion Game, That One Night, Pucking Around, and Keegan. Um, I didn't have the most luck with the Kindle Unlimited books this month. Um, I felt a lot of them started off really good, but then the writing just got lazy. And Pucking Around is just too much for me. Um, if it had more of a story, I think I would like it, but it's more. Um, oh, here's the sticker, the washi tape star stickers. So I just count out the number of stars I need and then cut it so it has a nice straight edge, and then just stick it in there. Um, but it was just too much. It didn't have a story plot, like nothing but just the smut. And most of the time I like it, but I also need a story with it. So I actually DNF'd that at 80%. it's a 700 page book, which is ridiculous. So this is what the end of March looks like before I put in the stickers. And then I'm going to do a quick flip through of my April spread. So I wanted something bright. So it's a bunch of oranges, and this is everything before the um, all of the stuff gets written in. So I'm going to write my TBR. So I'm laying out all of the book covers that I'm using in my Aurelium journal, and I'm going to write from there. And there, I'm using this fountain pen also from Archer and Olive, but this is from the most recent subscription box. It's Notes from Nature, and I'm using it came with three different ink colors, and I'm using the middle one. So not the really, really blue one, but not the really, really light green one. It's the one in the middle. I really like that color, and I thought that it fit nicely with the orange and the green um, of the theme. So my books for the Aurelium is Happy Place, Yours Truly, The Choice, Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies, From Blood and Ash, and then the book club book of my order is God Killer. So I'm writing all of those in, and that's my TBR. Those are the ones that I really, really want to read, but I will read others. Um, and then my goals for this month are to read every day, read 6 books, and then read equal amounts of physical audio and Kindle books. So there are some months where I read just audiobooks. There are some months where I read just Kindle books. But I want to try and read a good mixture of them. Um, some of the books for the Aurelium readathon are on Libby, so I already requested those. So those are the ones I'm going to be listening to. I think I got 2 right away, and the rest I'm going to physically read. But that's my TBR. And then the lines under April is where I'm going to put the books that I do end up reading so I can track it on the calendar to above, like right above it. Um, I'm adding in some check boxes. That's using the Pigma Micron pen in 01. Oh, I didn't realize it was cut off the screen. But I put the check marks just because I'm a big list person, so I love checking things off. Um, so yeah, on to the next page. And on this one, it's going to be just my normal books read and pages read, my normal, well, my now new normal spread on how I do it, and then the end, which I have to update the start and finish. And that is my quarter 1 flip through in March and a quick look at my April pages. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.